Hey, what's up, guys? Listen, bringing you a very upsetting update. It's about Jamie Foxx. You guys, everybody's saying he's taken a turn for the worse. Now, listen, I know there's a lot of stuff going on the internet about why he's actually in the hospital, but at this point, it looks like Jamie, let's get into this. Now, just to let you guys know, this was reported on a few sites, most notably Media Takeout. However, right? One of the reasons people are saying that this sounds like it's verified is because one of Jamie's best friends, Charlie Mack, posted a pleading for prayers on Instagram saying that he's taken a turn for the worse. You guys, let's get into this. Prayers up for Jamie. At this point, it doesn't matter why he's in the hospital. We just want him to get out. Let's contact your grandmothers. Let's get these prayer warriors going. All right, here's the report. Actor Jamie Foxx reportedly took a turn for the worse. His best friend is asking God for a miracle. Now, if you guys don't know, the fact that Jamie was in the hospital for so long was really something to raise an eyebrow out. The fact that people were making up rumors on what it could have or should have been, who cares? The fact that he needs to get out the hospital, do you know how serious you have to be to have Jamie's money, access, and influence? Meaning he can afford the best medical care at home. He can hire a doctor or nurse to come check on him 24 hours a day. He can get the equipment in his house. The fact that whatever is going on is so bad that he needs to be in a hospital around several medical professionals, it's actually really scary. Anyway, they said 2 weeks ago, Media Takeout reported that Jamie Foxx suffered a medical emergency that some are calling a brain bleed, and others are calling a hemorrhage stroke. Media Takeout reached out to Jamie's camp for comment, but they declined. Now, again, go ahead and toot your horn, Media Takeout. They were the first ones, even though sometimes they be reporting about UFOs and all this stuff. They were the first ones to actually report. Now, when you look at what happened with Jamie, with the way he was saying he thought people were trying to delete him, murk him, or whatever, and all these things, that is a common symptom of a brain bleed stroke. You get extreme paranoia, you get hallucinations that you swear even years later were actually true. Okay. They're saying across social media, there's a growing concern that Jamie Foxx's health has taken a turn for the worse and he really needs our prayer. And his best friend, Charlie Mack, is saying that Jamie needs a miracle. So forget about which we're going to read Charlie Mack's statement. But if you guys haven't been watching my videos, Nick Cannon said he visited Jamie Foxx in the hospital and Jamie Foxx gave him his blessing, even though numerous reports said that Jamie Foxx was not responsive, you know? And numerous reports said that Jamie Foxx was, anyway, let's get into this. So, in any case, Jamie's longtime best friend, Charlie Mack, went on Instagram just this morning. This is May 2nd, and gave fans the grim news. Charlie, who was up until now been silent on Jamie's condition, wrote, I need you all to constantly keep our brother Jamie Foxx up, whom we all love and care for dearly in our hearts, minds, and prayers. He added, I I as I always state, a true champion isn't the one that wins. It's the one that meets and overcomes adversity. Your test becomes your testimony. He added that Jamie now needs a miracle. He said, Oh Allah, I come before you yet once again, humbly asking, please heal and restore our brother, Jamie Foxx, stronger and better than before. I have absolutely no shame in asking, pleading, and begging for your merciful healing powers over our brother now in your time, not ours, for a miracle. Keep Jamie in your prayers. You guys, this was a powerful statement. And yes, I know it came from Media Takeout, but listen, they're quoting Charlie Mack, who is one of his best friends that has been with them since the beginning. Again, do I have to repeat this? He said, he says, we need you back, bro. You're a fighter. You're strong and resilient. So I know your fortitude. You're not going out like that. As I always state, a true champion isn't the one that wins. He literally said, Jamie, you're not going out like that. Again, this makes me think, has Jamie regained consciousness? Again, they which brings me back to my point. Was what was Nick Cannon talking about that Jamie gave him his blessing? Meanwhile, Charlie Mack is saying he's basically on his deathbed, unresponsive, and he's coming to the Lord, Allah, on his hands and knees, humble that he be brought back and restored. Honestly, that was weird that Nick Cannon has been, again, I don't want to sidetrack. Nick Cannon has been one of the biggest weirdos out there. I'm not even joking. Down to him, like Nick Cannon's just been on a weirdo spree, down to him not acknowledging some of his children, acting stupid, going in on people, and then making up a story that Jamie Foxx gave you his blessing all because you want to announce you're taking over some of his projects. I guess that announcement didn't come out yet because Jamie's people are like, how he give you the blessing? He's not even up in arms. Anyway, Nick said the family gave him his blessing. The blessing's been on silent, and now we're hearing that Jamie's unresponsive. Anyway, let's get into this again. He said, you're not going out like that. As I've always stated, a true champion isn't the one that wins, it's the one that meets and overcomes adversity. Your test becomes your testimony. We all can't wait to receive you back home and celebrate, laugh with, and applaud you with the mercy from Allah, the creator of the heavens and earth. Oh Allah, I come before you yet again, once again, humbly asking, please heal and restore our brother Jamie Foxx, stronger and better than before. He says he has no shame in asking, pleading, and begging for your merciful healing powers over our brother now in your time, not ours. I must and will thank you in advance for your gracious, humble servant, Karoom Abdul, aka Charlie Mack. Amen. He put hashtag don't stop praying. You guys, this is so sad. It really is. Jamie needs a miracle right now. Nick Cannon is a weirdo. I don't know why it keeps coming into my head that Nick Cannon would do something when you go to visit a man in the hospital. You're there. You see he's unresponsible. You see he's not talking. You see he's unresponsive. You see his family and friends praying over him, worried that he might not even make it. And you leave to get a press conference about the fact that Jamie asked you to do him a favor, which was take over his shows and a few of his roles, and you're going to do it? And no one's talking about that, y'all. That's what I mean about, okay, so last thing I'm going to say about Nick Cannon, but it needs to be said, and then we'll get back to Jamie. Nick Cannon is that danger. You know, they say like, oh, women don't like nice guys. Women don't like nice guys. That's what's wrong with women. That's why you with that. They're treating you bad. Let me tell you something. Nick Cannon is the nice guy that women don't like, that ruined it for nice guys. Nick Cannon comes across as like corny and lovable and goofy, right? He does. And listen, every man I know is a nice guy. I love nice guys, right? I'm going to marry a nice guy. Father, brother, sister, like everybody. Listen, there's no toxic masculinity we like over here. But I will say the fact that Nick Cannon is like a wolf in sheep's clothing. He comes across as a nice guy until you're around him too much and you realize he is just a weirdo and a dog and literally making children like he's trying to repopulate Noah's Ark, find a cure for his disease through their stem cells. I'm not even joking. Nick Cannon is when people talk about I don't like nice guys, is guys that come across as super nice, super warm, so you can trust them, and they are the biggest weirdos and predators. The fact that he's doing this, Nick Cannon, that's some weirdo behavior, and nobody's going to call back. He's probably going to talk about it on his talk show. Jamie asked you to do a favor, and you couldn't wait. All that for money, Nick. I know you got 12 kids, but did you really have to lie like that? I think Nick's lying. Anyway, back to Jamie. His daughter's been super quiet. They have not posted one thing. We haven't seen anything from Jamie. All these projects are on hold. Everybody is really acting like he is in a super, super bad way. And now that we have his best friend pretty much confirming that, y'all, Jamie's going to need some prayers. Again, I do not think that it was drug use. I know that there was a few things where he talked about it in the past, but he's been clean for a while. Okay. Yes, he was directing, but as we know, directing takes a lot of stress, multi-million. Again, the brain hemorrhage, they said that this was an ongoing condition, which leads me to believe that it wasn't anything with illegal narcotics. It was ongoing, and they referred to it as a complication. That means that whatever was wrong with Jamie, there was already a medical condition we didn't know that he suffered from. And this, what looks more and more and more to be a brain hemorrhage, stroke, it is a complication, which means it's something that came up for pre-existing. Now, I just want to say when it comes to things about people's health, we saw what happened with Chadwick Bronson when everybody was dogging him for like this and that, and we found out that the brother was dying. Again, y'all can do what y'all want. I'm not here to be a moral authority. I'm just saying that instead of our, if you care, instead of our minds jumping to the worst, Jamie is not out of the woods. Jamie still needs our prayers. He still needs that energy. He still, according to his best friend, needs a miracle. Y'all, listen, I'll keep you posted on whatever else I hear, but things are dire for Jamie. He definitely needs a miracle, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments. Prayers up to Jamie. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Bye.